Hello, welcome to Chamber Moments. I'm Johnny Lewis. Today I have as my guest James Bryant, and James is known throughout our community for many things: a pastor, a writer, a wonderful car show person that we have at our festivals, but today he's here to talk about his new book. Now, you've written a total of how many books?
This would be my fourth effort.
Fourth one, okay. And our title is?
Think of This.
Think of This. Okay, what led you to that title?
Well, that's a good question. If I give credit where credit's really due, it probably goes back to Robert Earl Johnson. Having been written so many proverbs over years, he pointed out to me one time, give you something to think about. And I guess that's kind of probably where it really came from.
Well, talking about writing so many proverbs and stuff over so many years, when did you first start writing and recording the proverbs? When did you start doing that?
Johnny, it probably dates back to the mid-90s. On the job, working a lot of nights. I had a thought on my children and my kids, and as we've mentioned maybe in times past, the person of whom I am, I'm not an optimist, I'm not a pessimist, I'm just a realist. And that's what I wanted to be to my children. I wanted to be truth. And so many times at night I'd write down little idioms and little notes, and I actually put them up, hoping that one day maybe my kids would pick it up and see something that their dad had written, a truth, and try and help them.
Well, how did you come up with the 31 subjects or topics for this book?
Well, to continue on your first question, I'd like to say that the book kind of originated from my love for the book of Proverbs. I'm a Proverbs kind of guy. And in fact, if you look at today's reading, which is February the 2nd, in the second chapter, you would find that King Solomon had started writings to his son. In fact, the first two words he says, my son. So Solomon had his children in mind when he was writing the book of Proverbs, and he was wanting to help them and thinking about them and giving them truths of life. And so that's where my book kind of originated from, in the love of Proverbs. But most specifically on the 31 particular subjects, again, I reflect back to the book of Proverbs. I noted that there were 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. At the most, there's not 32, there's not 30, but there's 30. And I thought, well, if God could use the book of Proverbs and put 31 particular subjects in there for us to learn from, I thought, well, maybe he could use 31 topics in this book, and that those 31 topics would be most helpful to the people that read them. So that's where 31 comes from.
Okay, all right. Let's talk a little about this particular book. Who is it dedicated to?
This book particularly dedicated to little Jack, my grandson, my first grandson. He came along pretty well at a time in my life when I really needed him. You know, you and I, and our community, family and friends, we lost a good friend back in 2015, and is a good buddy of mine, and it really took something out of me. And God, in His all-knowing, He somehow or another brought along something to help fill that void in my life, and little Jack just brought back that smile, and you can see today I'm grinning just thinking about him. So yeah, I dedicated this book to him. Okay.
Now, where can we purchase the book?
Sure. The book is available locally here at Southern Fried Restaurant and Catering. Also down here at Herald Office Solutions, you can buy them locally. And certainly you can find them on the web at Barnes & Noble's, Books A Million, any other of those fine retail stores. But I'd like to say with the hardback and softbook editions that you can find locally, there's something special about the ebook as well. Don't rule it out. We also offer this book in ebook at only $9.99, and you may be caught somewhere away from home where you can't get a hold of the book, but you can go to your cell phone, as everything's on there now, and pull up right on your phone, as I did last night. You can be facing a certain situation in your life, And I believe there's 31 subjects. Somewhere in there you'll find it. Well, last night I needed an answer for myself. So I simply grabbed my phone, opened it up, went to my ebook on Nook, I think it is, and opened up, found me a subject that was relative to what I needed, and I got my answer. So don't rule that ebook out. It's a pretty sweet deal as well.
Okay. Now, you know me, and I like signed books. Okay, I think I have a couple of your signed books and stuff like this. If I purchase this book, will you sign it for me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We can get that done. Hopefully in the near future we'll be announcing a book signing day.
That's what I was going for.
Yes.
Could we have a book signing day? And any of your other books, if you still have any of those available, have them signed. Because a lot of times you like to give a book to someone and, you know, think of this or some of your other ones, and then you had that person in mind and you'd like it written, you know, a little dedication to that person and signed by you. To me, that just adds that extra little special touch.
Absolutely.
So let us know when the signing date will be, and we'll bring you back before then. We'll let people know, and if you have to have 2 or 3 of them, the chamber is always available.
Fantastic. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you. I'm Johnny Lures with Chamber Moments.